1 Peter 2 verse 5. Yeah, also, as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ. Living stones, not bricks in a factory, identical and replaceable. Living stones, each one shaped different, each one load-bearing in its specific position, each one built into a house bigger than itself. I spent years trying to be a solo structure, a one-man cathedral. Thought my walk with God was a private build, a personal sequel to my own salvation story with no other stones involved. But 1 Peter says I'm a living stone in a house being resolved by a master builder who's fitting me next to other stones. Some of them rough, some polished, some carrying their own unknowns. And a house only stands because the stones are joined together, not because any single stone could brave the weather. I've been a stone that tried to bear the whole load alone, cracked under the weight that was never meant for one stone. The design was always collective, the house was always plural. The lone wolf Christian is a contradiction, not a hero in the mirror. Living stones, I'm not a solo structure. Living stones, I'm built into a house fitted to the others. The master builder placed me next to stones I didn't pick, load bearing together. That's how the house gets thick. And I need the stones beside me. The wall don't stand if I pull away and hide. Living stones, built up into a dwelling where the spirit lives in the house we're collectively spelling. A stone by itself is just a rock in the field somewhere, but a stone in a wall is part of something built with care. The difference ain't the stone, the difference is the placement, the joining of other stones in the architect's arrangement. And I've been resisting placement because placement means submission, means letting the builder put me where he wants, not my own ambition. Means being fitted next to stones I wouldn't have chosen for myself. Means the rough edges getting ground down for the sake of the show. That I'm in to support the load above me that I carry, with the stones beside me bearing weight that's complimentary. That's church, not the building, the people, the join together stones. The house where the spirit dwells, not the solo Christian's homes. Living stones, I'm not a solo structure. Living stones, I'm built into a house fitted to the others. The master builder placed me next to stones I didn't pick, load bearing together. That's how the house gets thick. Stones beside me, the wall don't stand if I pull away and hide. Living stones, built up into a dwelling where the spirit lives in the house we're collectively spelling. Peter calls Jesus the chief cornerstone in the same passage. The stone the builders rejected made the head of the corner. The whole house is built off the angle the cornerstone sets. Every living stone gets its position relative to him. You don't find your place by looking at the other stones. You find your place by your relationship to the cornerstone. Line up with him, and the placement among the others makes sense. He's the reference point for the entire structure. I stopped trying to build my own private chapel in the woods. Stopped pretending isolation was holiness understood. Came back to the house being built with the stones I've been avoiding. Let the builder grind my edges for the joining he been deploying. And the house is stronger with me in it than I was alone in the field. Then I'm stronger in the house than I ever was as a stone concealed. The spirit doesn't dwell in scattered stones across a lonely plain. The spirit dwells in the house where the stones have been arranged. Living stone, and I'm in my position now, bearing my load, supported by the stones around me somehow. Living stone, I'm not a solo structure. Living stones, I'm built into a house fitted to the others. The master builder placed me next to stones I didn't pick, load bearing together. That's how the house gets thick. Living stones, and I need the stones beside me. The wall don't stand if I pull away and hide. Living stones, built up into a dwelling where the spirit lives in the house we're collectively spelling. You're not a solo structure, you're a living stone. And the house only stands when the stones are joined. Stop trying to be a cathedral by yourself. Find your placement, bear your load, Let the stones beside you bear theirs. That's the house where the Spirit dwells. Romans 11 verse 17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakers to the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches. I'm a wild olive branch grafted into a cultivated tree. The roots aren't mine, the sap isn't mine, but the inheritance is mine through the grafting. That's the gospel for everybody who wasn't born inside. I wasn't born into a house with the gospel on the wall. Wasn't raised on the catechism, didn't memorize a single song. The God of Abraham was a name from a textbook, not the king in my house. And the heritage I was given didn't include the cloud of witnesses. But Paul writes Romans 11, and the door opens for the rest of us. The wild olive branch grafted in by faith, that's the message for us. I'm not a Jew by birth, not a descendant of the patriarchs, but I've been grafted into the tree that started with the patriarchs. And the same root that fed Abraham now feeds the version of me that couldn't have grown on my own without the grafting decree. The olive tree, and I'm grafted in by mercy. The olive tree, wasn't born in the lineage, but I'm in it now. The root and the fatness, the inheritance, the sap, running through a branch that didn't earn a rap. The olive tree, and I don't boast against the natural branches. I just stand grateful that the gardener took the chances. The olive tree, grafted in by grace, kept in by grace. Same gardener, same tree, different starting place. Paul warned the Gentile believers not to get arrogant about it. Don't act like the natural branches were beneath you, don't shout it. You stand by faith, not by superior bloodline or training. The same grace that grafted you can prune you for the same stain. And that's a humbling word for the Western church that forgot the warning. Acted like the gospel started with us, woke up unmourning. The Jewish believers who paid the original price. Don't be high-minded, be reverent, be precise. You're a branch on a tree that wasn't planted by you. The gardener's been working on this for thousands of years too. And the cultivated branches that got cut off temporarily are still gonna be grafted back in eventually. The olive tree, and I'm grafted in by mercy. The olive tree, wasn't born in a lineage, but I'm in it now. The root and the fatness, the inheritance, the side, running through a branch that didn't earn a rap. The olive tree, and I don't boast against the natural branches. I just stand grateful that the gardener took the chances. The olive tree, grafted in by grace, kept in by grace. Same garden, same tree, different starting place. Paul ends Romans 11 with a doxology that breaks me every time. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. For of him, and through him, and to him are all things. The gardener's plan is bigger than the branches can see. Natural branches will be grafted back. Wild branches got grafted in. The whole tree belongs to him. I never take it for granted that I'm reading the book at all. That a wild olive branch like me can hear the gardener's call. That the spirit of the same God who walked with Abraham in Genesis walks with me in my kitchen at 6 a.m. with my notes scribbled in. That's not a small thing, that's the death Paul was breaking down. The door that opened for the nations to walk into the same town. The city of God that started in one nation, open to all. The one man on one cross who made the dividing wall fall. The olive tree, and I'm in it because of the cross. Counted as kin to Abraham at the gardener's cost. The olive tree, and I'm grafted in by mercy. The olive tree, wasn't born in a lineage, but I'm in it now. The root and the fatness, the inheritance, the sap, running through a branch that didn't earn a rap. The olive tree, and I don't boast against the natural branches. I just stand grateful that the gardener took the chances. The olive tree, grafted in by grace, kept in by grace. Same garden, same tree, different starting place. The tree was here before you got here. The roots aren't yours, the sap isn't yours, but the inheritance is yours through the grafting. Don't boast, stand in awe. The gardener brought you in. That's the testimony. Revelation 11 verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 days, clothed in sackcloth, 1,260 days. 3.5 years of prophesying truth to a world that wants them silenced. The 2 witnesses can't be killed until they have finished their testimony. That's the architecture of their protection. Mission protected. Message non-negotiable. Yeah. 2 witnesses dressed in sackcloth, mourning what the world is celebrating, standing in the same Jerusalem where the prophets kept getting hated. Prophesying for 42 months with fire coming out of their mouth, stopping rain, turning water to blood. The powers Elijah and Moses brought, same anointing, different generation, same kind of opposition, same kind of city that killed the prophets in every generation's mission. And the world wants them dead because the truth they speak is uncomfortable. The light they bring exposes what the dark would prefer being unable to be seen. But the witnesses speak anyway until the assignment is done, and then the beast from the bottomless pit kills them, and the city has fun. The 2 witnesses, they speak till the work is done. The 2 witnesses, and the beast can't touch them till verse 7. Mission protected, message non-negotiable. 3.5 years of truth, the city found unacceptable. The 2 witnesses, and I'm one of them spirits, speaking what they don't wanna hear, refusing to clear it. 2 witnesses, the testimony finishes the witness, and the witness finishes only when God says it's finished. The bodies of the witnesses lie in the street 3.5 days. The people of the earth send gifts and rejoice. What a phase, because the prophets that tormented them with the truth are now silent. The conscience that wouldn't let them sleep finally became compliant. But after 3.5 days, the breath of God enters into them. They stand on their feet and great fear falls on those who killed them. And a voice from heaven calls, come up hither. And they ascend into heaven in the cloud while the city watches together. And in that same hour, a great earthquake hits the city. 1/10 of the city falls, 7,000 die in the city. And the rest were affrighted and gave glory to God. The witnesses won, they were never the ones who fell, they were the ones who stood. The 2 witnesses, they speak till the work is done. The 2 witnesses, and the beast can't touch them till verse 7. Mission protected, message non-negotiable. 3.5 years of truth, the city found unacceptable. The 2 witnesses, and I'm one of them spirits, speaking what they don't wanna hear, refusing to clear it. The 2 witnesses, the testimony finishes the witness, and the witness finishes only when God says it's finished. Revelation 12 verse 11 tells you how the saints overcame. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. That's the formula, 3 ingredients: blood testimony, the willingness to lose your life. The 2 witnesses had all 3. The faithful have all 3. That's not metaphor. That's the resume of the saints in the last day. I've been speaking truth in rooms where the truth wasn't wanted. Been a witness whose words were inconvenient and undaunted. And the rooms tried different ways to silence what was being said. First through laughter, then through anger, then through getting me ahead by offering platforms in exchange for a softened sermon. But they think assignment, and the message keeps burning. And I'm not gonna trade my witness for a comfortable position. The 2 witnesses kept speaking till the resurrection was the transition. And if my body ends up in the street for a season, that's not the end. Rebecca God enters the witness, and the witness stands again. The 2 witnesses, they speak till the work is done. The 2 witnesses, and the beast can't touch them till verse 7. Mission protected, message non-negotiable. 3.5 years of truth, the city found unacceptable. The 2 witnesses, and I'm one of them spirits, speaking what they don't wanna hear, refusing to clear it. The 2 witnesses, the testimony finishes the witness, and the witness finishes only when God says it's finished. Speak. The mission is protected. The message is non-negotiable. The beast can't touch you until the testimony is done. And when the testimony is done, the breath of God still has the last word. Stand up. keep speaking. The work isn't finished. Matthew 17, verse 20. If ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. The smallest seed of real faith moves the biggest mountain in the geography of your life. Most of us don't have a mountain problem. We have a mustard seed problem, yeah. No. Yeah. A mustard seed is 1 millimeter. That's the actual measurement. That's all Jesus required for the impossible to receive movement. Not a stadium of faith, not a conference of belief, just the smallest amount, the size of a grief, of a microscopic conviction that he could do it. And the mountain that was settled for years finally moved through it. I've been staring at mountains, begging God to flatten them. What a mustard seed faith I was holding could've already man and could've already moved them with one honest word. But I was waiting for stadium faith, for the audible heard. The mustard seed is small enough, you might already have it. You don't need more faith, you need to use the deposit. Mountains move, the small seed makes the big mountain shake. Yeah. Mountains move, I've been holding the seed, I just need to speak. Yeah. The mountain ain't bigger than the word he gave me. The mountain ain't bigger than the seed he saved me. Mountains move, and I'm done waiting for stadium faith. The mustard seed in my hand can already break the gate. And the impossible has a time stamp. The hour I trust the seed is the hour the mountain ramps. Some mountains are sin, some are systems, some are circumstance. Some are old wounds that took up more space than they should have granted. Some are relationships, some are debts, some are diagnosis, some are doors I've been knocking on that ain't never open to me. And Jesus didn't say what kind of mountain qualifies. Just said this mountain, any mountain in front of your eyes. The mountain you're staring at right now, reading this verse. The mountain that's been on your prayer list since you were nerves. The mountain you stopped praying for but you ran out of conviction. The mountain you accepted is permanent in your fiction. That mountain with a mustard seed of faith moved into the seed. That's the offer, that's the promise, that's the map he gave me. The small seed makes the big mountain shake. Mountains move, I've been holding the seed, I just need to speak. The mountain ain't bigger than the word he gave me. The mountain ain't bigger than the seed he saved me. Mountains move, and I'm done waiting for stadium faith. The mustard seed in my hand can already break the gate. Mountains move, and the impossible has a time stamp. The hour I trust the seed is the hour the mountain ramps. Notice what Jesus didn't say. Didn't say have a mountain of faith and you can move a mustard seed. Said have a mustard seed of faith and you can move a mountain. The disproportion is the point. The small seed has the larger jurisdiction in his economy. Don't despise the smallness of your faith. Use it. The mountain doesn't care about the size of the seed. The mountain responds to the authorization the seed carries. I'm done apologizing for the smallness of my belief. Then acting like my faith needs to be a masterpiece. Before I can pray about the mountain in the way, done postponing the prayer because my faith ain't where it should stay. The seed I have right now is enough for the next mountain. The seed I have right now is the size that can be counted by the one who designed the entire system to work this way. Tiny faith, massive movement, that's the kingdom's play. Mountains move and I'm speaking of mine today. Small seed makes the big mountain shake. Mountains move, I've been holding the seed, I just need to speak. The mountain ain't bigger than the word he gave me. The mountain ain't bigger than the seed he saved me. Mountains move, and I'm done waiting for stadium faith. The mustard seed in my hand can already I trust the seed is the hour the mountain ramps. Speak to your mountain, whatever mountain you're staring at right now. The seed in your hand is enough, speak to it. Remove hints to yonder place, and watch what happens when a mustard seed of faith gets used instead of measured. Ephesians 1 verse 13 and 14. In whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation. In whom also after that ye believed, you were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise, which is the earnest of our inheritance, until the redemption of the purchased possession. Sealed, marked as belonging, secured until the day of redemption. That's the last word of the album. And the last word of the album is security. A seal in the ancient world meant ownership and protection. A king pressed his ring into the wax as a sign of his selection. And whatever carried the seal was under the king's authority. Couldn't be opened, couldn't be claimed, couldn't be touched by the minority of forces that wanted to break it. The seal was the guarantee, and Ephesians says the Holy Spirit is the seal pressed into me, marking me as belonging to the king who purchased the possession, the earnest of the inheritance, the down payment on the session that's coming when the redemption is complete and the body's glorified. The seal is the proof that the rest is coming, the deposit certified. I'm not hoping I belong, I'm sealed, the transaction recorded. The Holy Spirit in me is the receipt of what's been afforded. And I can't be unmarked. The Spirit pressed in me like a fingerprint in the dark, marking me as belonging to the king who bought the possession, the earnest of the inheritance, the guarantee of the session. Till the day of full redemption, not hoping, not guessing, not living in apprehension. The deposit's already in, and the rest is coming, secured by the Spirit within. I lived a lot of years not sure if I belong to him, wondering if my failures could break the seal, could cancel the win. Living in the anxiety that one bad week could undo me, that God was tallying my sins to eventually outvalue me. But the seal isn't dependent on my performance, they ain't perfect. The seal is dependent on the one who pressed it, being worth it, and he's worth it. The seal holds because the king who sealed it holds. The Spirit doesn't leave when I stumble, that's not how the seal unfolds. Grieve maybe, Ephesians says don't grieve the Spirit, but grieve isn't gonna seal, stays pressed. I can hear it whispering belonging when my anxiety screams rejection, reminding me the transaction's done, I'm under his protection. Sealed, and I can't be unmarked. Sealed, the Spirit pressed in me like a fingerprint in the dark, marking me as belonging to the king who bought the possession, the earnest of the inheritance, the guarantee of the session. Sealed, till the day of full redemption, not hoping, not guessing, not living in apprehension. Sealed, the deposit's already in, and the rest is coming, secured by the Spirit within. The word earnest in Greek is arabon. It means a down payment that guarantees the full payment. In modern Greek, the same word means engagement ring. The Holy Spirit is the engagement ring, the promise that the wedding is coming, the guarantee that the bridegroom is serious. You don't give an engagement ring you intend to take back. The seal is the promise, and the one who gave it doesn't break engagements. So the album ends where the journey ends, in security, not striving. And the rest of a man who knows the seal is the proof he's arriving at a destination already guaranteed by the deposit. The Spirit in me, the receipt, the down payment in the wallet of a king who finishes what he starts, completes what he began. Philippians 1 verse 6, I'll perform it to the day of the Son of Man. I'm not white knuckling my salvation, hoping I make it to the end. I'm sealed, and the one who sealed me is the one who defended the seal. To the day of redemption, when the purchase is complete, and I stand in the fullness of the inheritance, no longer incomplete. Seal, that's the last word, that's the rest I land in, secured by the Spirit, held by the very hand that planned it. Sealed, and I can't be unmarked. Sealed, the Spirit pressed in me like a fingerprint in the dark, marking me as belonging to the king who bought the possession, the earnest of the inheritance, the guarantee of the session. Till the day of full redemption, not hoping, not guessing, not living in apprehension. The deposit's already in, and the rest is coming, secured by the Spirit within. That's the last word. Not striving, not earning, not white knuckling. The spirit in you is the guarantee, the down payment on the inheritance, the engagement ring of a bridegroom who doesn't break engagements. You belong, you're marked, you're sealed until the day of redemption. Rest in that. Rest in that. Exodus 34 verse 29. And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hand when he came down from the mount. Moses wished not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him. Moses didn't know his face was shining. The encounter with God left a residue that everyone else could see, but the man himself couldn't. That's how mercy works. It changes you in ways you can't measure until somebody else points it out. Yeah. The mountain wasn't on the schedule the day Moses went up. Was just supposed to receive the law, didn't expect what he filled the cup with. 40 days in the presence of the living God, with food and water suspended, his appetite no longer flawed. And when he came down, he didn't know the residue was visible. The shine on his face was the math of the time he was in the principal office of the Most High. Proximity produces residue. The closer you get to the source, the more the source resides through. And the people who saw him couldn't look directly at the brightness. Aaron and the elders were afraid because the glory was righteous. Mercy on the mountain left a mark Moses couldn't see, but the people saw it and knew where the prophet had to be. Mercy on the mountain, that's where I lost the version I was. Mercy on the mountain, came down with a shine I didn't know I had. The residue of the presence I sat in for 40 days shows up on the face of the man who came down from the Mercy on the mountain, and I'm not the same coming back. Don't ask me to explain it, just look at the track. Mercy on the mountain, the proof is in the residue, not in what I say and how I shine when I'm next to you. Some people seek the gift, some people seek the giver. The ones who seek the giver come down from the mountain different. The gift is for the moment, the presence is for the lifetime. The gift is a transaction, the presence is the inheritance. And Moses didn't go up the mountain seeking glory on his face. He went up seeking God, and the glory was the byproduct of the place. That's the order the Spirit keeps trying to teach me through these years. Don't chase the manifestation, chase the manifest, and the glory appears on its own, without you asking, without you marketing the encounter, without you needing to confirm to other people that you're a mountain counter. The shine speaks for itself when the shine is the real article. The man with the actual residue doesn't have to argue for the particle. Mercy on the mountain, that's where I lost the version I was. Mercy on the mountain, came down with a shine I didn't know I had. The residue of the presence I sat in for 40 days shows up on the face of the man who came down from the Mercy on the mountain, and I'm not the same coming back. Don't ask me to explain it, just look at the track. Mercy on the mountain, the proof is in the residue, not in what I say and how I shine when I'm next to you. Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 3 about Moses' shining face. The glory was so bright Moses had to wear a veil to talk to the people because they couldn't bear the light. But we, with unveiled faces, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. The veil came off when Christ came. Now we behold and become. That's the mountain available to me on a Tuesday morning. I've been chasing the mountain in the quiet hours of the morning, before the noise of the day starts, it's scrolling and forming the shape of who I'm gonna be by the time I get to the meeting. The mountain is the only place where the residue starts seeding into the rest of the day, into the rest of the year, into the way I respond when somebody brings me their fear, into the way I hold my tongue when the moment calls for restraint, into the way the people around me start to ask without complaint, what happened? You seem different, you didn't used to be like this. And I just say, mercy on the mountain, he met me with the kids. So the same kind of presence that left Moses shining bright, and I'm still receiving the residue. The light comes from the light. Mercy on the mountain, that's where I lost the version I was. Mercy on the mountain, came down with a shine I didn't know I had. The residue of the presence I sat in for 40 every day shows up on the face of the man who came down from the hay on the mountain. And I'm not the same coming back. Don't ask me to explain it, just look at the track. Mercy on the mountain. The proof is in the residue, not in what I say and how I shine when I'm next to you. Climb the mountain, the residue is real. You don't have to announce the encounter. The people in your life will recognize you came down different, without you having to explain a thing. Just keep going up.
The shine is real.
The shine is real. The presence leaves a mark, and the mark speaks for itself. Revelation 19 verse 9. And he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb, the wedding feast. The end of the whole story isn't judgment. The end of the whole story is a wedding, a banquet, a celebration. The bride made ready, the invitation sent, and the table set for everyone who say yes to the invitation. Yeah, the whole story's been built into a wedding the entire time, from Genesis to Revelation. The romance was the through line. God making the people for himself, a bride for his son. And the courtship ran through history till the work was done. And now the feast is set. Revelation 19, the marriage supper. The bride has made herself ready, no longer the runaway lover, but clothed in fine linen, clean and white. The righteousness of saints. The bride who used to chase other lovers now waits without complaint for the bridegroom who never stopped pursuing through all the wandering. The feast is the destination, not the judgment, the gathering. And I got an invitation I can never have afforded, a seat at a table where the king himself is the reward. The wedding feast, and I got an invitation. The wedding feast, a seat at the table, no reservation. I could have afforded on my own, it was given by grace. The bridegroom paid for the seat, I couldn't purchase a place. The wedding feast, and the bride made herself ready, clothed in righteousness, no longer running, finally steady. The end of the story is a celebration, not a courtroom, a banquet, the eternal jubilation. Jesus told a parable about a king who made a wedding for his son. Sent his servants to call them that were bidden, but they wouldn't come. Made light of it, went their ways, one to his farm, one to his trade. Some even killed the servants who carried the invitation he made. So the king said the wedding's ready, but they which were bidden weren't worthy. Go out to the highways, gather all you find, both bad and worthy. And the wedding was furnished with guests who never expected the call. The original list declined, so the invitation open to all. It's me, I wasn't on the original list of the dessert. I got called from the highway, gathered in from the curse. And then the only one who got thrown out was a man without the garment. The wedding clothes provided free, but he came in his own apartment. The wedding feast, and I got an invitation. The wedding feast, a seat at the table, no reservation. I could have afforded on my own, it was given by grace. The bridegroom paid for the seat, I couldn't purchase a place. The wedding feast, and the bride made herself ready, clothed in righteousness, no longer running, finally steady. The end of the story, the celebration, not a courtroom, a banquet, the eternal jubilation. The man without the wedding garment got bound and cast out, not because he wasn't invited, he was, but he refused the garment the king provided. Tried to come to the feast in his own clothes. The wedding garment is the righteousness of Christ. You can't come to the feast in your own righteousness. The garment is free, but you have to put it on. Come to the feast, but come clothed in what he provided, not what you brought. I put on a garment, took off my own filthy righteousness, traded my best efforts for his perfect completeness. And now I'm dressed for a feast I can never have catered, seated at a table with the king who created the whole story that was always headed to this moment. The wedding where the bride and the bridegroom finally own it. The union that was promised from the garden to the glory. The feast at the end of the long redemption story, and I'm gonna be there, seated, celebrating the wedding feast of the Lamb. The joy I've been anticipating. The wedding feast, and I got an invitation. The wedding feast, a seat at the table, no reservation. I could have afforded on my own, it was given by grace. The bridegroom paid for the seat, I couldn't purchase a place. The wedding feast, and the bride made yourself ready. Clothing righteousness, no longer running. Finally steady. The end of the story is a celebration, not a courtroom, a banquet, eternal jubilation. The story ends with a wedding, not a courtroom, a banquet, and you're invited. The garment is free, put it on. Come to the feast. The bridegroom paid for your seat. All you have to do is say yes, and where would he provide? Revelation 13 verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. The beast system isn't a future news headline. The beast system is being assembled around you in real time. And the system is designed to make war with the saints, not just disagree. Make war. That's the language of the text. Yeah. The beast system is global, the beast system is total. The beast system controls the buying and selling, the architectural mold of every transaction, every movement, every digital footprint. The cloud knows your location, your purchases, your social media imprint. And every year the screws tighten, another quarter turn. Every year another freedom gets traded for the trust we earn. From the convenience of the platform that's tracking the data, the beast doesn't introduce himself, he arrives as a vendor, saying here's a service, here's a benefit, here's an upgrade for you. Just give me your information, your time, your liberty. What's true about your spending, your beliefs, your relationships, your fears. And the data trade has been going on for years and years. The beast system, I see the architecture rising. The beast system, and the saints are seeing the surprising. Speed of the bill, the speed of the closing window, the speed of compliance becoming the new innuendo. The beast system, and I'm not pretending it's not happening. The same God who won the saints in the first century is still happening. Beast system, and I'm walking through it with eyes open, not anxious, not afraid, just paying attention to the moment. The dragon gives his power to the beast in Revelation 13. The beast gives the false prophet his platform to deceive. The image of the beast gets erected, every eye is forced to see it. Every knee bows or every soul ends up on the wrong side of the verdict, and it sounds extreme. That's because it is extreme. Reading Revelation through a polite filter ain't what the prophets meant. John saw the end of the age in vision and wrote it down with urgency. And the church has spent 2,000 years pretending it was emergency. That wouldn't happen on our watch, but every generation has had the same warning. The architecture has been getting closer every decade since the morning. Like Christ ascended and said he returned, he's coming back, and the world is being prepared either to receive him or attack. The beast system, I see the architecture rising. The beast system, and the saints are seeing the surprising. Speed of the bill, the speed of the closing window, the speed of compliance becoming the new innuendo. The beast system, and I'm not pretending it's not happening. The same God who won the saints in the first century is still happening. Beast system, and I'm walking through it with eyes open, not anxious, not afraid, just paying attention to the moment. The beast can make war with the saints. The beast can take their property, their access, their voices. The beast can even take their lives. That's in Revelation 13. But the beast can't take their names out of the Lamb's book of life. That's the only book that matters in the end. And the book was written before the foundation of the world. Your name was not getting removed by any administration of any system the dragon ever builds. Persecuted, yes, removed from the book. No. I'm not putting my hope on the structures the beast is constructing. Not investing my joy in the systems the dragon is reconstructing. Investing in the city that's coming down from heaven prepared. The New Jerusalem doesn't fall because the New Jerusalem was reared by the same God who's been outlasting empires for millennia. Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, they all came and got buried in the data of history that records every kingdom that ever opposed the Lord. And the beast system will join them on the list that's been before. I made peace with that. The system is temporary, the king is forever, and the saints who endure to the end are gathered in his weather. The beast system, I see the architecture rising. The beast system, and the saints are seeing the surprising. Speed of the bill, the speed of the closing window, the speed of compliance becoming the new innuendo. The beast system, and I'm not pretending it's not happening. The same God who won the saints in the first century is still happening. Beast system, and I'm walking through it with eyes open, not anxious, not afraid, paying attention Not afraid, not anxious, but paying attention. The architecture is real, the closing window is real. But the king who's coming back is more real than both. Keep your name in the book. Walk through the system as a stranger. Citizenship is elsewhere. First Thessalonians 4 verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. The trumpet is coming. Not a metaphor, not a future promise that fades. A literal sound that will split the sky in two, and every man on earth will hear it at the same time. The trumpet ain't asking for permission to blow. The trumpet sounds when the Father says go. And the schedule was set before the foundation was laid, before Adam took breath, before Eden was made. That's a date that don't move when the calendar shifts, a timeline that don't bend when the culture twists. I'm living with the trumpet in the corner of my eye, knowing the sky can split open before the night. And I wanna be found busy with the assignment in hand, not arguing about whether the king's gonna stand. The trumpet is a fact, not a possibility. The trumpet is the chapter, not the eulogy. The trumpet is coming, ain't no pause button. The schedule got nothing to do with my plans. Every knee bows when the sound cracks the air. Every tongue confesses, every heart's laid bare. The trumpet, I'm ready, my house is in order. My oil is full, I crossed every border. The trumpet, and I wanna hear my name called out the line, walking into the flames. Some preachers stop preaching the trumpet for clicks. Water down the gospel and the easy it hits. But the New Testament writers wouldn't shut up about it. Paul kept saying Maranatha, the Lord cometh, no doubt about it. That's not anxious, that's anchored expectation. That's a man living for the next administration, not the one polling in the news cycle today, the one whose flag is going up after the sky splits away. And I'm not afraid of the trumpet sound coming, because the one who blows it knows the name I'm running. I'm clothed in his righteousness, washed in his blood, standing in grace I couldn't earn if I could. The trumpet is coming, ain't no pause button. The schedule got nothing to do with my plans. Every knee bows when the sound cracks the air. Every tongue confesses, every heart's laid bare. The trumpet, I'm ready, my house is in order. My oil is full, I crossed every border. The trumpet, and I wanna hear my name called out the line, walking into the flame. Matthew 24, the Olivet Discourse. Jesus said, when you see these things, the wars, the rumors, the false prophets, the lawlessness, the love of many waxing cold, know that summer is not even at the doors. The trumpet is the period at the end of the sentence. You don't argue with a period, you just make sure you finish the page right. The 10 virgins all had lamps, but only 5 had oil. The 5 with oil heard the cry at midnight, didn't recoil. The 5 without went out searching for what they should have stored. Came back to a door closed, sealed the master gone before. That parable wasn't decoration, that was instruction. Keep your lamp full, keep your house from destruction. The cry comes at midnight, not noon, not 3. You don't know the hour, you just gotta be ready. The trumpet sounds and the wise are walking in. The foolish just to buy what the merchants are selling. Don't be foolish, the oil is available. The merchants close by the time the trumpets are the whoa. The trumpet is coming, ain't no pause button. The schedule got nothing to do with my plans. Every knee bows when the sound cracks the air. Every tongue confesses, every heart's laid bare. The trumpet, I'm ready, my house is in order. My oil is full, I crossed every border. The trumpet, and I wanna hear my name called out the line, walking into the flame. Keep your lamp full. The trumpet isn't a theory, the trumpet is the date on the calendar of heaven. You may not know the time, but you know the king, and the king is coming back. Be ready. Be ready. Leviticus 25 verse 9 and 10. Then shout thou, cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. Every 50 years the trumpet sounded, and when it sounded, every debt was canceled, every slave was freed, every property returned to its original family. The trumpet of Jubilee. And Jesus said in Luke 4, this is the year I came to proclaim. Yeah, Jubilee came every 50th year by the law. The trumpet sounded on the day of atonement and erased every flaw in the financial record. Every debt wiped clean off the books. Every Israelite who sold himself into slavery got off the hooks. Every piece of land that had been sold reverted to the family. The economy reset to zero. The bondage ended drastically, and that was a shadow. Leviticus was pointing forward to the one who would proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Jesus stood up in Nazareth, opened Isaiah, read the scroll. Said the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to make the captives whole, to preach deliverance to the captives, recovery to the blind. It said at liberty them that are bruised. That's the Jubilee design. Trumpet of Jubilee. Every debt I owed got canceled. Trumpet of Jubilee. The bondage I was in got dismantled. The trumpet sounded, and I didn't have to blow it. Somebody else proclaimed the year, I just had to know it. Trumpet of Jubilee. The slate wiped back to zero. The land returned to captive free. The debtor turned to hero. Trumpet of Jubilee. And the freedom wasn't earned, it was proclaimed by the one who paid what the debtor never could have returned. I was in debt I couldn't pay, spiritual the kind that compounds. Every sin added interest, every failure raising the grounds for bondage I was born into. A slavery I inherited, a debt to a holiness my best behavior never merited. And then the trumpet sounded, not on a 50-year schedule, but on a Friday afternoon when the Lamb became the vehicle for the cancellation. Colossians 2, he nailed the handwriting. The certificate of debt that was against me, he took the writing and nailed it to the cross. Blotted out the ordinances. The trumpet of Jubilee sounded in the tearing of the canvas of the temple veil. And my debt got marked, paid in full by a payment I didn't make, by a lamb that was made to trumpet of Jubilee. Every debt I owed got canceled. Trumpet of Jubilee. The bondage I was in got dismantled. Trumpet sounded, and I didn't have to blow it. Somebody else proclaimed the year, I just had to know. Trumpet of Jubilee. Slate wiped back to zero. The land returned to captive free. The debtor turned to hero. Trumpet of Jubilee. And the freedom wasn't earned, it was proclaimed by the one who paid what the debtor never could have returned. The Jubilee requires somebody to sound the trumpet. The freedom didn't activate until the sound went out. The debt stayed on the books until the trumpet declared it canceled. That's why the gospel has to be proclaimed. The payment was made at the cross, but the trumpet has to sound for the captive to hear it. That's why I rap. That's why I make the sound. Somebody's debt is canceled, and they haven't heard the trumpet yet. This is the trumpet. The year is now. So I'm sounding the trumpet on this track for the captive still bound, for the debtor still counting interest on the debt already drowned in the blood of the Lamb. The certificate already nailed, the trumpet already sounded, Jubilee already prevailed. You don't have to pay what's already been paid in full. You don't have to earn the freedom that the cross already poured out of the fire for you. You just have to hear the sound. The trumpet of Jubilee, the acceptable year is now. Walk out of the bondage. The debt is marked canceled. The land is reverted and the slate is wiped. The chains are dismantled. Trumpet of Jubilee. Every debt I owed got canceled. Trumpet of Jubilee. The bondage I was in got dismantled. The trumpet sounded, and I didn't have to blow it. Somebody else proclaimed the year, I just had to know. Trumpet of Jubilee. Wiped back to zero. The land returned to captive free. The debtor turned to hero. Trumpet of Jubilee. And the freedom wasn't earned, it was proclaimed by the one who paid what the debtor never could have returned. The trumpet sounded, Your debt is canceled. You don't have to pay what's already paid. The acceptable year of the Lord is now. Walk out of the bondage. The Jubilee is real, and the trumpet is still sounding. For everyone who hasn't heard it yet, you just heard it. You're free. Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. The day is coming. The system is being built, and there will be a moment when compliance costs you eternity. I'm telling you ahead of time. Don't take it. Whatever it costs you in this life, don't take it. Yeah. The mark ain't an accident, the mark is a plan. The architect been drawing it since the world began. You think the system is broken, the system is finished. The system is doing exactly what the dragon envisioned, and the noose is being slipped over the necks of the masses while they argue about parties and red versus blue glasses. The mark is coming, dressed as convenience, dressed as safety, dressed as the lieutenants of obedience. Saying take it, it's just a number, just a chip, just a code, just a way to make commerce easier, just a way down the road. And I read Revelation 13 like a manual, not a maybe. I'm seeing the pieces line up in real time, baby. The mark, I ain't taking it, write that down. Mark, they can shut my account down, shut the city down. Better to starve in the wilderness than feast in Babylon. Better to lose the world than the soul I'm walking on. The mark, I made my decision before the question, before the moment, before the test, before the pressure. The mark, the cost is irrelevant, the answer is no. Whatever it takes from me, I ain't letting it go. They'll dress it pretty, they always do. Won't call it a mark, they'll call it improvement and breakthrough. Call it security, call it efficiency, call it modernization. Call it the only path forward for a civilized nation. And the church will split, the cowards will fold and comply. The faithful will lose access while they hold the line. You won't be able to buy, won't be able to sell, won't be able to operate in the system you knew well. And the test won't be theological, the test will be practical. Will you let your kids go hungry rather than become tactical? I pray right now I choose right when the moment lands. Pray I remember the king who holds my hand. The mark, I ain't taking it, write that down. The mark, they can shut my account down, shut the city down. Better to starve in the wilderness than feast in Babylon. Better to lose the world than the soul I'm walking on. The mark, I made my decision before the question, before the moment, before the test, before the pressure. The mark, the cost is irrelevant, the answer is no. Whatever it takes from me, I ain't letting it go. Revelation 14 verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. The patience of the saints is the refusal of the mark. That's the resume of the faithful in the last days. Not impressive ministry resumes, not platform metrics. Patience, refusal, faithfulness, when it costs everything. I'm building my note before they ask the question, building the muscle for the moment of decision. Training myself to value the eternal over the immediate. Teaching my kids the same conviction so they don't deviate. Because the mark won't come with a label that says mark. The mark will come dressed in light when the world is dark. And only the soul who already loves heaven more than home will recognize the trap when the trap is finally shown. The mark, I see it coming, the train on the track. I won't be on the platform when it comes back. Take it, write that down. Mark, they can shut my account down, shut the city down. Better to starve in the wilderness than feast in Babylon. Better to lose the world than the soul I'm walking on. The mark, I made my decision before the question, before the moment, before the test, before the pressure. The mark, the cost is irrelevant, the answer is no. Whatever it takes from me, I ain't letting it go. Build your note before they ask the question. The decision is easier today than tomorrow. Don't wait for the pressure to choose your loyalty. Choose now while the choice is cheap. The day is coming. Be the saint that refuse. Revelation 18 verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit. The systems we trusted are coming apart. The structures we built our lives around are scheduled for collapse. And the angel calls it twice, falling. Because the fall happens in 2 stages. Spiritually first, then visibly. Babylon ain't a city, Babylon is a system. A way of building wealth on the broken backs of the listeners. A way of trading souls for products and likes for love. A way of pretending the king of the air is a king above. And the system has been falling spiritually for years. The visible collapse is just now catching up to the spheres. Already shifted in heaven where the verdict was rendered, where the books got balanced and the receipts were tendered. The merchants are weeping because they can't buy and sell. The kings of the earth are watching the smoke from their citadels. And the saints are not surprised, the prophets called it ahead. We knew this was coming, we read what John said. Babylon falls, and the saints don't mourn the loss. Babylon falls, the city built on the backs of the cars of the slaves and the souls and the merchandise of men. Comes apart in an hour, a chapter, an end. Babylon falls, and the new city descends. The new Jerusalem coming down from God to man. And the saints lift their head, the redemption is nigh, that's what scripture said. Notice the merchants weep, but the saints rejoice. Same event, 2 reactions, 2 different voices. Because Babylon was home, the one and next out to the other. The merchants invested in it like a sister and brother. The saints knew it was Egypt the whole time we were passing through. Knew the gold was borrowed, knew the bread was rented too. Knew the citizenship was elsewhere from the moment we got saved. Knew the home country was different from the country we were paid in. So when Babylon falls, we don't lose anything we were holding. The investments were never ours, we were just bookkeeping. Holding stuff in trust till the true king came back. Now he's coming and the loose grip is what we lack. Babylon falls, and the saints don't mourn the loss. Babylon falls, the city built on the backs of the cars of the slaves and the souls and the merchandise of men. Comes apart in an hour, a chapter, an end. Babylon falls, and the new city descends. The new Jerusalem coming down from God to man. And the saints lift their head, the redemption is nigh, that's what scripture said. Revelation 18 verse 4. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. The instruction was given before the fall, not after. Come out! Present tense. You can't be inside the system when the verdict lands and expect to survive the consequences. Come out before the fall, that's the assignment. Live in the city, while not being citizens of the city. I've been pulling my heart out of Babylon piece by piece for years now, letting the affection slowly cease. Stop chasing what the merchants were selling me. Stop trusting the structures the kings were building for me. Stop placing my hope in systems built to collapse. Started living from the city that's coming when this one raps. And my joy don't depend on the empires of men. My peace don't depend on the elections or trends. My citizenship is elsewhere, it's been for a while. Babylon falls and I'm walking out mile by mile. And the saints don't mourn the loss. Babylon falls, the city built on the backs of the cars of the slaves and the souls and the merchandise of men. Comes apart in an hour, a chapter, an end. Babylon falls, and the new city descends. The new Jerusalem coming down from God to man. And the saints lift their head, the redemption is nigh, that's what scripture said. Come out of her, my people. The fall isn't tomorrow, the fall is happening. Pull your heart out of the systems you can see crumbling. Invest in the city, coming down from heaven. The new Jerusalem doesn't fall. Build your life on what won't be shaken. Babylon fall, the kingdom stands. Yeah. Babylon fall, the kingdom stands.